Well, getting nervous before a test is pretty common for kids, but sometimes these butterflies can be so extreme that it's referred to as test anxiety. With the FCATs right around the corner, this is a very important topic, and licensed social worker and president and CEO of Daniel, Jim Clark, is joining us today to help parents know how to identify test anxiety and what they can do to help their kids cope. Good morning, Jim. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
I mean, kids do so much preparation, during their homework for the actual test, but when they get to the test, they can really be
anxious.
Anxious, yeah.
That's right.
How do you know if your child is?
Well, there's really three types. Some children have a difficult time with mistakes, and they kind of go ballistics, and they really have high expectations. Other kind of kids sometimes will say, hey, I'm blanking out. And there are also the third type are kids who actually have physical illnesses. They may headaches, they sweat, even to the point of throwing up. Those are typical children who have test anxiety. We know it produces a lot of adrenaline in the body, and that is what causes all of those physical type of symptoms. And as you say, too, now during the SAT, the FCAT, and all these other things, it's good for parents to be aware of those type of things.
What can a parent do? They realize that their child is just really, too nervous, but they know they have a smart kid. Sure. What can a parent do?
Well, there's those three basics always. Make sure that they get plenty of rest. There is research after research that shows that people who have 8 hours of rest do much better on academic tests. The second thing is make sure they have a healthy meal. I know that's a cliche, but making sure that they have something healthy the day before. And also the third thing, too, is making sure that they're prepared when they get there, that you arrive on time. We all get anxious sometimes when you're getting ready to go to work or when you're going to nervous for an appointment. Now multiply that times 20 for a child who's anxious because of test anxiety, and you can see there can be some behavioral problems and some performance problems if you really don't address those kind of issues.
And it would be nice to turn that anxiety into, bring your A game, because some people really, when they're put to the test and they're pressured is when they do the best.
Absolutely.
What can a kid do to relax and maybe take control of that anxiety and turn it into something positive?
As you say, one of the things we identify as stress is an enemy, so how can we go about and combat that? So there's different things that you can do to make kids feel good. We're going to have some brain food tonight, or we're going to do this the next day. The other child, I think, too, teaching breathing exercises, having children understand that they can control their emotions by breathing. And I think the last thing, too, is making sure that children are prepared, helping them be prepared and talking to them about those type of things and keeping that positive thought going.
Thank you so much. I mean, and some of these kids probably don't realize what's going on, and then just knowing that that's what they're experiencing likely will help them take the step in.
Knowledge always helps.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, for more information on this topic, just head to Daniel Kids' website. It's www.danielkids.org. Well, the next